These are your Unit 3B, Day 7 notes. We are working on Standard 3A, I Can Interpret Key Features. We worked on this standard a lot in Unit 3C when we were completing our problem-solving activities and writing equations. Now we are going to practice transferring numerical inequalities to words and vice versa. So when we look here, the following inequality represents the amount of water in gallons in a pool. X is greater than 350. So now we're going to practice interpreting our answer. So first we need to think about our variable. Our variable in this inequality is X. And what does X represent? Well, let's look back at the inequality. The following inequality represents the amount of water in gallons in a pool. Okay, so the amount of water in gallons in a pool. That is our unknown, but we know X is greater than 350. So the amount of water in gallons is greater than 350. So what does X represent? X represents the amount of water in the pool in gallons. So how can we translate the symbol? So we know the variable represents the amount of water. So what does this 350 represent? And what does this represent? Well, we know X is the amount of water in the pool. So the amount of water in the pool is greater than 350, or larger than, or more than. We know that this X is bigger than 350. And what is the X? The amount of water in the pool. So I'm just going to use the word greater than because why not? There's many different words that you can use to represent greater than, and that was in your notes from last week, so you could look back at that too. So this is greater than. Perfect. All right. So now include the quantity and units. So if we look right here, what is the units? Well, it's 350. And what is it? Gallons. So we're going to write 350 gallons. Perfect. So we've taken this inequality and we've broken it up. X represents the amount of water in the pool. It has to be more than or greater than what? 350 gallons. So how would I write this as a sentence? We would say the amount of water in the pool is greater than 350 gallons. So we've taken this sentence that was written as an inequality and broken it up to describe what it means. X, the water, the amount of water in the pool. Blue, greater than symbol. 350 represents 350 gallons, so the amount of water in the pool is greater than 350 gallons. Let's move on to the next problem. Okay, we're going to break this one up. So the inequality represents the number of shirts in a closet. So first, what does the variable represent? X represents what's in the closet. In a closet. Okay. Now let's look at the inequality symbol right here. It says, how can we translate that inequality symbol? Well, we look right here. It is a greater than or equal to. So we can say X is greater than or equal to, or the number of shirts in the closet is at least. So I'm going to use the word at least, and remember, you have your little table to help you with this. So is at least, which means it could equal whatever number, or it could be more. That's why you see that little equal sign. All right, and then the last thing is 12. What does 12, what does 12 represent? 12 represents the number of t-shirts. So we're going to put 12 t-shirts. All right, now our last thing is to put this all together, and we will say, just taking this sentence and interpreting it, we turn this into words, and now we just need to put the words together. So we'll say here, the closet has at least 12 t-shirts. Okay, so again, we're looking at this inequality. We break it up. What is the variable? What does the inequality symbol represent? And what does the number represent in units? T-shirts. The closet has at least 12 t-shirts. Okay, try the next one. The following inequality represents the number of hours a class lasts. So first thing we need to do is think about, what does our variable represent? What does X represent? And X represents the number of hours a class lasts. So how long is that class? That is what this X represents. Oops. All right. So hours a class lasts. So we can just say it's how long the class is. What is it? It's the hours a class lasts, which is the same thing as the class. How long is that class? Length of class in hours. All right, so length of class in hours. Next, we're going to look at the inequality symbol, and we look right here. We can see that it is a less than. So we can put simply less than, smaller than, fewer than, tons of different words you can use. Just look back at the chart, and I'll attach the chart's attached to this assignment if you want to look at it. So less than, perfect. And then we go to our last part, include the quantity in units. So what does this 3 represent? Well, we are looking at the length of class in hours. So this represents 3 hours. Now our last step is to put this all together. So what does this mean? This means the class is less than 3 hours long. Okay, perfect. So when you're reading your interpretation and you're comparing it to this, you should be able to see, like, oh, here's my less than symbol, here's my 3, what does my X represent? Oh, it's the class length, so then you just put it all together. The class is less than 3 hours long. Perfect. Okay, there are 2 more I'm going to do with you, and then I'm going to, on the next page, you're going to try those ones on your own. So let's look at this. The following inequality represents the amount of toys in a box. X is greater than 19. So as always, the first thing that we do is we need to define our variable. What does X represent? X represents how many toys are in the box. So toys in box, or really the way you look at it is like how many toys could be in the box. It's not necessarily how many there are specifically, but it's how many could be. All right, so you could write this toys in box, or you could just write this as in box. Okay, next we need to look at our symbol. We have the inequality symbol right here, X. Our X is greater than 19. So very simple. We can say greater than or more than. Here, those are different ways to represent that, so I'm going to use the word more than this time. So our symbol symbol is more than. And remember, we read a symbol the same way we read a book, from left to right. We see the larger part first, so we're going to read that as greater than, which more than is another way to say greater than. Now, last part is we need to include the quantity in units. So it represents the amount of toys in a box. So X is greater than 19, so 19 represents the number of toys. So 19 toys. So our last part is to put it all together. And so what it means is a box holds more than 19 toys. Okay, so to put it all together, it might be helpful instead of writing toys in a box, just to write box. But we are looking at the toys in a box. A box holds more than 19 toys. X is greater than 19. What does X represent? The box. The box can hold more than 19 toys. Perfect. One more together. The following inequality represents the height and feet of a man. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the inequality. What does X represent? In this situation, X represents the height of the man, right? So I'm going to write this, the height and feet of a man. So X represents the man. Perfect. Now we have our symbol right here. We could say that's less than or equal to, or no more than, or at maximum, because we know this symbol means less than or equal to, okay? Which means it has to be smaller than, or it could be that amount. So I'm going to say no more than, and remember, you have your chart that has all of the different ways to say this listed. No more than. All right, and what are our units? We'll look at it. It is height in feet, 7. So we're going to say 7 feet. And our last step is to put this all together. The man, so the man is no more than 7 feet tall. Okay? All right, this is new, but if you break it up, you'll do just fine. Be confident. Okay, here is the last page. These are yours to do on your own. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems for you to try on your own. You know, use the color system, break it up, use the symbol sheet that's connected to this assignment, okay? You got this. Pause the video and try on your own. Okay, hopefully you had a chance to try these on your own, and we are going to go through them together. So, X is greater than or equal to 125. X represents the class. At least, which means it could be bigger or it could be equal, at least number of students, 125. There are different terms that you can use to represent that greater than or equal to symbol. You can even write the class has greater than or equal to 125 students. You're not going to typically hear people talk like that or write like that in the real world. They're going to say at least. They're not going to say is greater than or equal to. But if you did put that, it's not wrong. All right? So this part right here, you just need to make sure that it aligns with a vocabulary word that represents greater than or equal to. And remember, you have that chart to use. All right, let's go to the next one. The lake, a lake is our variable, is at most So it could be equal to or bigger, or it could be equal to or smaller, at most, can't be bigger than that. At most, water in gallons, 13 gallons of water. So the lake contains at most 13,000 gallons of water. Next one. All right, our variable, a car travels, so a car travels, that's X, more than 200 number of miles. So we're figuring the number of miles a car travels, so a car travels more than 200 miles. Okay. Here we go. The snake is no less than, so it could be greater than or equal to, no less than 37 inches. Length in inches of a snake is 37 or more than 37. So X is greater than or equal to 37. X represents our snake, and 37 represents inches. So the snake is no less than 37 inches. All right, and here's our last one. The number of days a road trip takes. Okay, so we're measuring the road trip. The road trip will take, road trip is my variable, and it's telling us it's going to be less than, that's our less than symbol, and we're trying to figure out the number of days. No, it's going to be less than 4 days. So the road trip will take less than 4 days. If this was tricky for you, that's okay. We're going to keep practicing tomorrow. You can always reach out to me if you want to set up a time to do a couple more examples together. All right? I will see you tomorrow.